I greet the sons and daughters of Alaigbo who genuinely have the deep interest of our overall well-being as a sacred and sanctified race, created and prepared by Chi Okike for a special purpose in humanity's quest for truth, freedom, and justice. I specially welcome you all Ndigbo in Alaigbo and in diaspora and all over the world to this maiden edition of Alaigbo Freedom Radio IFIRA broadcast. Today we shall be focusing on a particular trending viral issue which we have aptly captioned Ndigbo, time to place our corrupt and valueless politicians where they belong. In this edition, we shall be treating the mess of Alhaji Mujahideen Ojus Okalo. Ojus Okalo, this out of wedlock son of Ibere mother, who became the first in the state of Nigeria to become Mother First Lady of Abia State. A lot of political and civil criminality was committed by this shameless family, who do not remember history. Now, how did Ojus Okalo make his first millions? Alhaji Mujahideen Ojus Okalo made his first millions by proxy through his mother's wuruwuru lifestyles. She was a special envoy to Babangida and also to Obasanjo and many other equally valueless politicians both in Alaigbo and the rest of Nigeria. Alhaji Ojus Okalo was the shadow merchant errand boy for IBB, who handled the dirty business of arms supply for the secret student ruffians IBB created using Asari Dokubo as the head commander during those days of student riot crisis. These hooligans were used to disrupt peaceful student protests of the then Kabbalistic regime of Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, who you all know as IBB Maradona. Having uplifted himself and family through wuruwuru deals, aided by his mother's illicit executive waka waka within then corridors of power, which involved so many things, Alhaji Ojus Okalo later entered into the lucrative political business of Nigeria, which has advertently become the most vibrant business in Nigeria, where all sorts of criminals are harbored and protected under the so-called bureaucratic immunity, which enables them to steal, loot, and kill our innocent mothers, fathers, and youths who should be the beacon light of future Alaigbo. Like all the rest of them, valueless politicians, Alhaji Ojus Okalo retired as Abia State Governor, having handed over to another shameless looter and criminal known as T.A. Oji, who learnt very fast from his master. Alhaji Ojus Okalo then hijacked the seat of Abia North Senatorial and climbed to Abuja to continue his politician's business. Yes, politician's business. Well, as they normally say, nwata rita ike, ya nyotakwa ike, meaning if a child eats out of greed, his stomach will equally purge without mercy. So while he was in the seat of the Senate, his secret of the billions that the Buhari government gave him to sell Ndigbo and destroy their just intentions for freedom and self-realization, he could not deliver, because this time around, Ndigbo have woken up. So he had to vomit all he swallowed. My brothers and sisters, This shameless boy man who went to prison in the high order and command of his master, the late Abba Kairi, who was the middleman in the billions transactions. This boy man who left Abia State as the worst and the most smelling state of Nigeria. This same Abreba Ibere born guy man who has so many properties in South Africa and Europe and all over the world that they don't even need. After selling Lord Banta to the House of Fulani, has now returned to his Mujahideen trained calling, declaring tribal Islamic jihad in disguise in Alaigbo, claiming that our youths are criminals. Well, I won't say that Alaigbo does not know what is happening. That is why I want Allah, Oshimiri, Anyanwụ, Ikuku, Neke, Ori, Afọ, Nkwo to fight and judge this valueless criminal calling Igbo criminals. Let him come out and show the Igbos his achievement as a governor for more than 8 years. That is why Alaigbo Freedom Radio has declared Operation Expose the Real Enemies of Igbo. Honorokari Beyao, I am your mystery brother, Ichie Onururoku Amadioha. Please share to everyone you know. Tell them that Alaigbo has risen. You will hear from us soon. Udo.